Elijah, MVP for the Big South tournament, man. How are you feeling?
Words can't describe this feeling. I really don't have any words for it, and it's still hard to believe that I was fortunate enough to get this award. But I get all the credit to my teammates, because without them, I wouldn't. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have this award.
They had caught up with you guys at halftime. What was the approach, start of the second, where you kind of sort of buried them right there, it seemed like?
It was the same approach every game. We preached the first 5 minutes of each half, and in the first 5 minutes we got a quick 7 points, and then that was basically it for the rest of the game. It got us extra energy, and then we was able to capitalize after that.
Warren, for whoever wants to answer, I mean, does this feel any different than it did last year? Does it feel nicer than it did last year? How does it feel right now?
I mean, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, but you know, nothing's better than the first time. So.
Warren, how about you as a senior, getting to go your last 2 years now?
Oh yeah. When I walked up the court, it felt like I passed the final exam. I got 100 on the final exam. It's like a 4-year test, and I passed it. It felt good, and it's just all the past things that I've been through the past 4 years. It felt good to go out with a championship.
This game looked a lot like last year's, really. I mean, how eager were you guys to try to get the ball in the paint on the smaller guards?
Well, that's our focal point every game. Get to the paint, then either take your shot or find others, and no matter what team we play, that's the same game plan.
Is that the
Warren, somebody alluded to right before the second half started, you sat down with Coach Ellis on the bench. What was he saying to you to kind of prepare yourself for that second half? Because clearly, whatever he said, you came out on fire.
Oh no, we just talked about what we wanted to run on offense, because we had the ball coming out in the second half. So we just had a conversation of what we wanted to do, and we made some changes at that point, and it would have helped us out a little bit.
What's the next week or so going to be like for you guys? Do you start bracketing yourself with, I don't know, a Duke or a Gonzaga or somebody like that? Do you start dreaming about where you might be headed?
I mean, yes, you know, we're always going to do that. But we'll see on Sunday who we play. Hopefully, you know, it's a good matchup and get the win.
Do you guys feel like whoever it is, you played them tough. You played Virginia tough last year. Do you feel like you'll play whoever it is just as tough as you did a year ago?
Yes, I mean we'll always play as tough as possible. You know, that's why we play, and you know we can match with anybody. You know, we don't back down from anybody.
Warren, how much did the crowd and the atmosphere play into today?
I thought it was a big factor. I saw the Winthrop crowd. They sort of challenged our crowd early on in warm-ups, and our crowd stood up to them, and it was great. It was great. After every basket, they were loud. They were cheering the whole game, and then it was an amazing atmosphere.
Elijah, what were you guys able to do this time around against Winthrop that you weren't able to do just a few short weeks ago on the same floor?
I think we was more prepared, more mentally into it this game, and considering that we did lose to them, then we had that little chip on our shoulder to come out and play, and we were determined not to lose to them again, especially at this stage, on this stage right here.
With the way you're playing this week, with the way Badu's come on, is this the best you guys have played all season, do you feel?
Yeah, I think we're really starting to gel, and we're starting to come together as a team, and hopefully we could carry this throughout the tournament too for whoever we play.
What's it mean to you that this program had only been to the tournament twice before these last 2 years? Now you've done it twice. What kind of, you think about legacy at all and the mark you all have left?
I haven't thought about it much. It feels good to win 2 in a row.
First thing that I want to do is give credit to Winthrop. You know, those guys are very good. Their daggers, their perimeter guys are very, very good. And they played hard. They're well coached. So the first thing I would want to do is credit them. Second thing that I would say is that our defense was superb in the second half, and I thought that Warren Gillis certainly had a tremendous game. Badu Jang hit some big threes. You know, Elijah Wilson had a great tournament, but our team played well. We got some strong rebounds. We're just glad to have been able to survive it. Tournament basketball is totally different. Nobody plays back to back to back during January and February, so you don't know what's going to happen. So you just play it a possession at a time. But I'm proud of our team because we played a late game Friday night, had to turn right around and play a 2 o'clock game, and then had to come in with a change and play. And so I'm proud of our team for the way that they showed some resilience and just kept the adrenaline going. I know that they're worn out, just like Winthrop would be, but just happy for our team, happy for the university, and happy for the Grand Strand. Because from Little River to North Myrtle Beach to Atlantic Beach to Myrtle Beach to Surfside, Garden City, Litchfield, Pawleys Island, Georgetown, Murrells Inlet, the impact that this has is strong. I want to thank the Chamber for supporting this event and the people that did it. I thought it was a great tournament, and we had a great year for our league. The thing that I want to say is how good this league is. There are 6 teams that deserve to go to a postseason tournament of some type. We're a team that is going to get an NCAA bid, but 4 of these starters from last year were out there today, and it was with 8 minutes to go. You guys know that it was a very close ball game with Virginia, and they're a number 1 seed. We had Ole Miss by 17, and I don't know what the score was with Kentucky, because I know they're going to be a 1 seed. But just look at our score and look at Kentucky's score. What I'm saying is, this team in our league doesn't deserve a 16 seed. And I'm saying that right up front. It doesn't deserve it. Now, we're going to take whatever comes. But right now we're in the moment. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to bask in it. But I'm very proud of our team. They've been a marked team all year long because of winning the championship a year ago. They'll be marked again, but we showed resilience. So proud of our team.
We'll take questions.
The story last year was that it had been a 21-year wait. Now it's back-to-back. How do you compare the feeling?
Well, you know, right now it's the same feeling. I don't feel any different than I felt with any of them with regards to it. You know, you're just so, you put so much into it. I mean, you've been going nonstop in preparation for this. You play a non-conference schedule, then you jump into conference schedule, and then you come and play 1 season in a weekend. And it will grind you. It will grind. It will take every fiber of your body, and you just go on an adrenaline, and you just focus and try to stay in that moment. And that's what, I guess, getting older, you strive to do, is just stay in that moment, be a leader. Because being a leader is a very, you know, you're by yourself. You know, you're kind of lonely. You know, when you're in that position, you've got to make sure you know that all eyes are watching you. So you just got to stay in the moment. And so that's what I've tried to do with our team is be in that moment and focus in on it. And it just worked out. You know, ball bounces a different way. Yesterday goes overtime. It could be Gardner-Webb or Winthrop sitting here. You don't know. But anyway, it worked out for us. And we're just proud to represent our conference. And again, the Big South Conference in basketball. I've been around. It's very, very, very good. Very good.
Cliff, was this journey this year any easier because of the starters you had coming back? Were they a little more locked into the task of getting here?
It's tougher because you're hunted. Last year, it'd been 21 years, so it doesn't matter. They can't get that. I think once they got over the hump, it's fine. But we were hunted this year. I mean, every time we went somewhere, we got everybody's best shot. But they stayed focused, knew what they had to do. We had a little dip. We started out like 14-3 and started out 5-0, and then we lost 4 out of 5 because this team had not lost in so long. Because we started out a year ago 7-8 and went on a run, and then we lost 4 out of 5, and then we lost our confidence. But we didn't lose our resilience, and we stayed the course, and I think we just stayed with it, and then we bounced back. So I think maturity, Peter, had a lot to do with that. I think that maturity, some teams could have folded in that time, but we didn't. We didn't.
Cliff, when you talk about the strength of the league, do you think the league deserves 2 NIT bids?
I think so, however, probably likely won't happen, but you've got the CBI and the CIT, and you know what, right now, with the way college basketball is, as great as the game is with 350-something teams, you know, I'm hoping that our teams get that. Our conference needs that. Should we get 2 NIT? Will we get 2 NIT bids? I know what's going to happen because I've been on the other side of the fence. Your power conferences are just going to get a lot of the bids that large, and that's why I'm going to throw out scores. And all we can do is do what we do on the court. That's all we can do. We played Virginia, we played Auburn, we played Ole Miss, we played UCLA and played them closer. We played a Friday night game, just flew in there, played the game, came back home. I'll bet you if you ask Tony Bennett if Coastal Carolina should be a 16th seed, I guarantee he would tell you not, because he has told me personally that we caused him as much problems as anybody did. So I'm just saying that, yeah, I'm out beating on a drum, but I have the right to do that. I have the right to do that. I just don't think it should be a 16 seed. Doesn't matter if you're 15 seed, you're still gonna get somebody pretty good. I'm fighting for a cause here. Our league deserves credit. Look, Gardner-Webb is 7th seed, right? All right, let's look at it. Purdue, pretty good. Pretty good. Beat them on the road. Clemson, pretty good. Beat them. Who did Winthrop beat?
Clemson.
High Point, how close was it? Close. All right, I'm just saying. Okay. Those teams get to the NIT? Yes. Average.
Cliff, game-wise,
All right.
you guys have the lead in the first half. Then Winthrop makes that run at halftime. What do you tell the guys in the locker room? Because it looks like maybe Winthrop's carrying some momentum. In the
They had momentum going. They hit a bank shot,
Yeah.
sent it tight, and just went it. Hey, our whole thing is stay in the moment. Stay right in the moment. It's a fresh start. We get the ball first. We got the tip. It's just 20 minutes of basketball. There's going to be some more of that. You just got to grind it out. You got to grind it out.
Cliff, how gratifying was it for you to make the run you did this weekend by beating Gardner-Webb, a team that beat you twice in the regular season, and then Winthrop today, another team that beat you in the regular season? It had to be kind of gratifying for you and your teammates, and your players to know that you were able to do that.
Well, we didn't look at it with regards to whether they beat us or not. We knew that whoever we played was going to be very good. And we knew that, having the fact that they beat us, I think we respect everybody, because, anybody in our league can get a game. But we didn't really think about whether they beat us or not. When we did beat Gardner-Webb, you had no time to even think about, man, this is great. Let's go home. Let's get a cup of coffee. Let's think about it. We had to come back and play in about 14 hours. There was no time to even think about it. The Asheville game and then Gardner-Webb, you had no time to think it. I mean, it's just a whirlwind. That's the way tournament basketball is. And it's why it's March Madness. And it's crazy. It is crazy. And I've been on the other side of the fence. In regional pie, I've been on the other side of the fence. Connecticut game. I've been, this is a euphoric moment. But I have sat in the seat where it's been a very tough one. University of Connecticut in 1990, that's as tough as it gets. So I've been there. So it's gratifying. It will sink in probably in 2 or 3 hours tomorrow. But I also know the other side of the fence. So we're just glad. We're glad.
In the big picture, what's this do for the stature of the program to do it 2 years in a row as a mid-major?
Well, it should elevate. It should elevate us. It should elevate our league. But nobody, I think it's good. It's definitely strong. I mean, I think our program has done some very good things, and I'm proud of what our program has done. I mean, it was a 15-year process. I think there was one winning season prior to that. And first couple of years, we had to get some recruiting in. We struggled, but you know, we now play in a beautiful facility. We got great support. I'm telling you, the fans, they're all over this area. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing.
We'll take one more if we have it.
Coach, speaking on Gillis and his performance today, how instrumental was that for you guys to get him going offensively as he struggled last night against Gardner-Webb?
Well, I think we know that he's been the leader of our team the last couple of years, and his impact today was shown. He showed why he's Warren Gillis. He's shown why he is the player he's at. Had he struggled the first couple of nights, yes, I think he would tell you that. But today, he was the trooper.